On this later in the show. Joining us now, though, Jim Hagedorn, a congressional candidate down in the Rochester area, where the president will be visiting later this afternoon. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Well, just fine. Thanks for having me on.
How does one prepare for a visit by the President of the United States when he's specifically coming because of you? I mean, that's gotta... Did you ever imagine?
I tell you, we run as a team, and we're gonna win as a team down here. He's coming for the whole party, and we're looking forward to it. I think you just prepare by being excited about it and trying to enjoy every minute. We're really looking forward to the president's visit.
What are you hearing? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of opportunity. We've been talking about it all morning long. The fact that the president is coming to town is certainly indicative of that. We talked with Mark Lauder from the RNC earlier in the show, and he went back to during the election when everyone was like, "Why is the president coming to Minnesota?" And we saw the results of that. He almost won. So, what are what's the ground game look like right now? How much has the conversation shifted over the past few weeks?
Well, the president won this district with about 53%. We had 49.6 ourselves against Walz, and I think the people that voted for Donald Trump still favor him because they want to make sure the country keeps moving in the right direction. They want a big change in that last election, and that's what we had. I told people if he didn't win in 2016, we were going to lose the country because Hillary Clinton was going to stack the court with radicals who were going to take away our basic liberties. So we lived to fight another day, and here we are, and we're basically in a miniature national election, and I think that the people are going to be excited to hear his message and his vision for our country.
Well, we talked to you before. We talked to you out at the fair, and we've talked to other people running for office, and a lot of the things that get focused on when one of the frequent questions we like to ask is, what are you hearing? What are you hearing on the ground, and how different is it from what you're seeing in the mainstream media? And consistently, the answers have been things, healthcare and the economy, and we were talking earlier about how well the economy actually is doing. I am curious, however, if that has changed in recent weeks. How much has this circus with Brett Kavanaugh and the Supreme Court nomination and the hearings that all went on, how much of that has sort of permeated into what you're hearing as you're talking to the electorate, potential constituents throughout the district?
Yeah, people are concerned by what they saw. I think the concept of 2 years of a circus like the Senate Democrats put on last week against Mr. Kavanaugh is not something that they want for the country. And frankly, what the Kavanaugh hearing and confirmation offers us is an opportunity to have a strict constructionist on the Supreme Court, not a liberal who's going to go make the law underneath a black robe, but somebody who's going to interpret the Constitution. So, from that standpoint, it's a little bit of a defining moment. It helps people kind of, I think, look at the election and decide which way do we want to go. Do we want to go back to those Obama ways? Do we want to give the Democrats power so they can resist and try to replace President Trump? Or should we keep moving in this, what I'd say is the right direction? And so it's a clear and contrasting election, and we're excited about it. We put in a lot of work, and now with the president here, it's kind of a galvanizing moment for the campaign.
I haven't heard anything from your opponent on this issue. Has he stepped up? Has he said anything regarding this whole Kavanaugh circus?
Are they coming today?
I doubt it. No, I haven't heard if he said anything about the Kavanaugh circus, but I'm looking forward to the resolution on that. We need another excellent justice on the court, and to make sure that we protect our God-given rights. That's the big difference. The Democrats want to take them away. We're running against a guy named Thean. He wants open borders. He wants gun control. He wants socialized medicine. Socialized medicine in a district that includes the Mayo Clinic. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. It would be devastating here for the city of Rochester and all the people in southern Minnesota. And, we're on the other side. We want to protect the right to life, the right to keep and bear arms, the right to religious freedom. And it is a clear choice for the voters in this election.
We know that tonight starts around 6:30 in Rochester with the president speaking. What's your schedule like for the rest of the day. Can you provide a little bit of insight into what your involvement is going to be and what you get to do?
Well, this morning we're in Rochester. I'm going to go out and greet some of the folks that are waiting in line. That's going to be exciting because we're here with our people from southern Minnesota, and then we'll be heading up to Minneapolis. The president's going to hold an event for the Republican Party to help, I think, raise funds for not only our race but all of them, including Jason Lewis and the whole gang. And then we'll be coming back down here to Rochester for the big moment when he takes the stage and talks directly to the people. And I can just tell you, there's a lot of energy. People are already in line down there yesterday, waiting for him. People are just excited as heck that Donald Trump's coming to southern Minnesota.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see the state of Minnesota get so much attention from the administration. This is obviously Trump's second visit since he's been president, third visit since he became a candidate. Pence has been here a few times. This has got to be a real boon and a real boost to your campaign. So congratulations. It's all due to the hard work that you're putting in down there, and we appreciate it. And continued good luck. Give out your website and any other information you'd like people to have if they'd like to learn more about you and your campaign.
Well, we're at jimhagedorn.org, but I would add that from the state party all the way down, everybody's done so much work. It's really a team effort, and we're going to run and win as a team in November. So we're excited to be part of the ticket.
Awesome. Jim Hagedorn, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So,